discussion.
Speaker?
Yes, Representative McDermott.
I stand in support with some reservations on this measure, Mr. Speaker.
Please proceed.
First, I'd like permission to insert comments in the journal.
So ordered.
And again, I say I stand in support. I'd like to see it amended where anybody convicted of drugging a woman or assaulting her and taking advantage of her while she's unconscious, I would support chemical castration for that. If you don't think that's a deterrent, try telling a 24-year-old guy he's not going to have sex for the next 5 years. I think they'll certainly think twice. But as a father of two daughters, this is a very serious issue. They're entering this age where they're going to go to school. So the intent is well supported, Mr. Speaker. But it is problematic. The affirmed consent, I'm not sure what that is. I've read the bill. Short of exchanging permission slips, I'm not sure what that is. I think the bill misses the mark in the sense that it talks about treatment, sex education, counseling, et cetera, but the cause of this, Mr. Speaker, is booze and drugs. It's young people going out, drinking, getting stoned, partying, going out to clubs, and losing control of their senses. Then they put themselves in positions to be victimized, and there are predators out there. I think one step that I'd be happy to work with the health chair is, on every sex ed program, you have a predator protection module. We don't right now. Not every one of them does. The good ones do, or some of them do. So I think protecting yourself against predators. The problem, Mr. Speaker, is that alcohol and drugs are always involved in these situations, all the time. And I don't think this measure pays enough attention to that, the underlying use of drugs and alcohol. If I had 4 drinks and took a couple of tokes on a doobie, that affects me one way. A 90-pound girl does it, it totally affects her a different way. And then I'm not a lawyer, so I could stand to be corrected on that, but it says evidentiary standard of preponderance of evidence. That seems to be a lower standard of evidence, Mr. Speaker, for a criminal offense. But I'm not an attorney, so I don't know for sure. So I support the intent of this, but it seems rather restrictive in the sense that I don't know what affirmative consent is reading it. And again, I go back to booze and drugs. That's what causes this, Mr. Speaker, all the time. I tell my own kids, if you're out somewhere at 2 in the morning with booze and drugs, nothing ever good happens. And we all have responsibilities for putting ourselves in positions where that we could get in trouble. Don't drink and drive. So I think an education program about the dangers of booze and drugs, more focus on that, then you don't have these problems where people are taking advantage of. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much.